those 4 games missing pieces. You go back to game 1. The Raptors, as Paul Pierce knocks down the shot. Williams now in the lane. Livingston. Here's Williams, end-line J, and it's good. 5-0 start for the Brooklyn Nets. Great helpful to the Toronto Raptors. You didn't have to wait around all day to get that first game under your belt. Valanciunas stripped.
And DeMar DeRozan likes to do the same thing on the other end. But you got to beat him to the spot. And the help's got to be there. Help, rotations. Everybody's got to be on a string defensively.
Joe Johnson able to get both, 81.5% from coach who owns a ring as an associate head coach with Dallas in 2011. Joe Johnson in the lane, and he ties it up at 11 coming out of the timeout. Johnson with it. Here's Williams driving, contested and one as he takes it right at Salmons.
He's terrific in space. He can really put you in a tough spot. Beautiful little crossover and then gets into the body of John Salmons for the N1. And D. Will, finally healthy for the Nets. He will be a major guy to deal with for Toronto at the point of attack. Got to slow him down. Too easy breaking the foul line extended, getting to
10 of the shot clock. Here's Johnson dribbling through the circle, now backing down on Salmons. Bank shot good, and Joe Johnson has 6 points. Brooklyn, Dwayne Casey at midcourt, screaming out defensive rotations. Here's Williams at 3, and it's good.
Well, they went and doubled Joe Johnson that time because he's had a lot of slippage defensively late in the year. Nets shooting 50% right now. Again, have to tighten the screws.
And a foul, counted and one.
Paul Pierce, difficult matchup. Again, we talked about this already. Amir Johnson having a...
DeRozan now 0 of 5. Livingston finds D. Will left out in transition alone. And the Brooklyn Nets lead now 25-13.
Shots do you get? The Nets are putting on a clinic here. Shooting 56%. They only have 1 turnover. They're sharing the rock. The whole line. They haven't stopped it. Keep doing it. And he's riding Joe Johnson right now. And the Raptors are in a difficult predicament. Matty D.
And it's interesting, you talk to people around, and Jason Kidd, they said one of the great things that you saw. Williams looks on the inside for Joe Johnson, guarded by DeRozan. The double comes from Hansbrough. Here's Williams, crossover in the lane. Good. Tough shot, and they're going to call a foul.
Nice move by D. Will. That's a tough cover for Vasquez. Just a blow-by. And they call a late whistle there.
Straight, or did you move forward? He goes, no, I was up straight, and Williams committed the contact.
On the dribble penetration, getting a wide open Jimmy.
Garnett and Hansbrough. And the cut by Joe Johnson. Cut and read. By a dozen. Here's Williams splitting the double. He's at a different level. You can tell he's healthy now, Jack. Here's Williams. He's got 16.
Well, he's been brilliant.
The Nets. And Vasquez shot. No, Valanciunas, great rebound. Stripped to the basketball. Raptors down by 3. 2:30 remaining in the first half. Williams turns the corner. Williams with 18 first half points. Williams gives it to Blatch. Over to Pierce. Johnson right there. Great cut. Salmons was late. And Joe Johnson.
You know, I think to see all the guys coming out performing and just but like you look around, everybody in the shirts, you know.
6:40 to go. Johnson in the lane with a runner. Tough shot. These two organizations, they do have a history. This goes back to the first ever game for the Toronto Raptors back in 1995 against the Nets, and then the 2007 playoffs. You know what happened there. And then these two teams met. First time ever a regular season game was played in Europe. And Deron Williams of the then New Jersey Nets against the Toronto Raptors. And then there's Jay-Z and Beyonce. The Toronto Raptors opened up the...
With Pierce, obviously, with Amir Johnson. His three-point shooting and his ability to get by him on the bounce.
The officials are the ones at a bucket there that are going to keep it. 59-53, Joe Johnson in the lane. Joe Johnson gives it to Plumlee. Plumlee lays it up and in, 61-53.
An extra pop with this unit right now.
61-57. Here's Williams, his first bucket in the second half.
Why this is a shooting foul? It's a 14 foul, but did you see a shot?
Williams at the line. Williams 2 of 2. He is 8. Coming into today's game, Jack, 51 career postseason games. Among players with at least 50 career playoff games, Vasquez. Here's Lowry, who's stripped to the basketball, scoops it up. He's trying to call timeout. And they're going to call a jump ball. 76-75. Williams. Patterson shows. Pierce to Johnson. Patterson rotates back. Joe Johnson quiets the crowd. It is now 79-76. 3 minutes left. Pierce. The three, a big bucket there and a timeout.
Hey, why did they make Billy King, the GM? Pierce makes the big shot. Deron Williams, great draw and kick. Patterson late getting out, knocks it down. The Nets by 6.
Presented by Boston Pizza.
And that's why you bring these veteran guys in. The clutch, shot-making ability down the stretch. Paul Pierce, killer shot. And
Brooklyn has a full and 220s.
I've never seen a professional game where a team doesn't commit a foul in a quarter, particularly the fourth. I mean, I know they're good, but come on.
Williams, 18 points in the first half, just 5 so far here in the second with 22.7 seconds left. And that's...
Congratulations, you're going to the Hall of Fame. But don't get me wrong, I'm not being a whiner here.
185, Adam Silver, and the commissioner of the NBA here in attendance.
Struggled getting good shots. And again, give the Nets a lot of credit. They did a beautiful job today. Road team. DeMar DeRozan, 3 of your 5 starters, have got to play a lot better.
First playoff game for the starting 5 for the Toronto Raptors. Here's Lowry, the deep 3, and the shot doesn't go. Game 1 is in the books, 94-87. A hard-fought, intense battle. And the Brooklyn Nets come to Toronto, and they take Game 1 and thus